Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Keeping Up with PFLE Maths. Okay, so let's look at this very common question. It's often tested, and I think we need to focus on this for some time. Okay, so let's start with this question. So diagram shows four identical right-angled isosceles triangles. Okay, so that means when every sentence that we read, we must make sure to draw our lines. Okay, so this will give us a gauge of how to look at the question better. Okay, so with a quadrant within it, that means this is the quadrant. You might want to get another highlighter to highlight the quadrant. Okay, so just in case you can't see it, I mean obviously it's very obvious, but in case for those who can't really see the quadrant, just highlight it. Okay, now the quadrant has a radius of 7.5. Okay, so when they say radius of 7.5, what do you think of? That means this part, these lines in between, they might not be exactly like very accurate, but it's important to write these lines. Okay, quadrant of 7.5 centimeters radius. Okay, that means this is 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Okay, now find the area of the shaded part. So we labeled our diagram, but now we need to find the area of the shaded part. So what is the shaded part in this diagram? Can you please tell me? Try to understand what the shaded part in this diagram is. Okay, so when they talk about shaded part in this diagram, it would be this part, 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 and this part. Okay, so now look at the question. This question does seem quite tough, right? Okay, now do you see this? It's like a square. This part is a square, right? And this is also a square because these are coordinates that are touching each other, and they're isosceles triangles. That means this is equal to this, and that means this and this. Okay, so yeah, this and this are equal. That means this is a square. Okay, and we have 1 2, which make up a quarter circle. Okay, so if we were to, let me to repeat what I said. Okay, so if we were to look at it this way, so we would have this one part and this one part in this square that we're looking at. Okay, remember to label. So this is 7.5 centimeters. So if this is 7.5 centimeters, we just need to we can find the radius of this quadrant and then minus to find the area of this, and then we just need to multiply this by so we can combine this 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so is it simple? Do you have a game plan ready? Because once we find that, it's home run. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so first I'm going to find the area of this square. Okay, because this is an isosceles triangle, right? That means this part is equal to this part, and that means this is the intersection of the isosceles triangle. That means this part and this part are equal. But if this part is 7 centimeters, that means this part is 7 centimeters, this part is also 7 centimeters, and this part is also 7 centimeters. Okay, if you can't understand it, you can just write your doubts in the comment section below, and I can explain the question to you more easily. But maybe after I write down the explanation, you might be able to understand the question more fully and just basically understand my method better. Okay, so let's begin. So 7.5 times 7.5. Okay, so get your calculator ready. So 7.5 times 7.5, we get 56.25. Make sure you have 56.25. Okay, if you have some other number, then unfortunately I think your number is wrong. Okay, so after that, so we found the area of this square, right? So now we need to find the area of this quadrant. how do we find the area of the quadrant? Very simple. We just need to take, so they've given us, remember to take note of this part. Take pi is 3.14. Okay, so if we take pi is 3.14, it's what is area equal to? It's pi r squared, right? So pi times r. So that means 3.14 times 7.5 times 7.5. But since we're finding a quadrant, that will be 1 out of 4. Okay? So if we were to type this exactly into the calculator, that would be 3.14 times 7.5 times 7.5 times 0.25, or you can type 1 out of 4. Okay, which will give us, I think I made a mistake. There's something that I think is wrong. So 7.5 times 7.5 times 3.14 times 0.25. Oh, okay, it's correct. That will give us 44, 5 on 32. Okay? Now we just need to take 56.25 minus 44, 5 on 32. Okay? So 56.25 minus, which will give us 12, 3 on 32. Okay? So now that we found this, we just need to multiply this by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 times. 12, 3 out of 32 times 4. So answer, make sure your answer is correct, times 4. Okay, it will give us 48.375. Okay, 375. Okay, sorry. 48.375. Remember, so centimeters, that means centimeters squared, because we're finding area. Okay, that's our answer. I hope you found this useful. Please follow for more. See you in my next video. Bye bye.